here's an interesting question. Let me ask you, who do you think gives better side hustle advice? Is it myself, someone who's done the gig economy since 2015, most every major app and niche, thousands of trips and transactions across different marketplaces? Or is it the companies themselves? So I saw this in my Uber Eats driver app. It says picking up a delivery, pick up basics. And it's basically a couple of short videos walking you through the process, giving you some possible tips on how to do this and make money, of course. But I got to thinking, is this any good? What are they leaving out? Some problems that they don't tell you. And yeah, those tips, tricks, and strategies to maximize your income. And I guarantee it doesn't matter which food delivery app you drive for. I'm betting this is going to help you out. All right. So the way this is going to work, I have the first video pulled up here. You and I are going to watch this together. And then we're going to watch it again. It's only a minute long. It's not a long video. And then the second time, I'm going to give you my unfiltered real world feedback to see what they might be leaving out of these training videos. All right. Video number one. I haven't seen this yet. So, okay, let's run through it.
Picking up a delivery. Delivering with Uber lets you make money on your own schedule. Depending on your city, you can deliver with your car, scooter, bike, even on foot. When you're ready to deliver, you can go online in the app. It will find an order for pickup near you. Tap to confirm. The restaurant should have the order ready when you get there. You can let the staff know you're picking up an order through Uber Eats. It's a good idea to check the app for helpful notes from the business or to see if there are multiple orders to pick up. Before heading out, it's smart to double-check names and order numbers. That's it. Time to deliver.
Okay, so there's video number one. Yeah, I definitely have quite a bit to say here. So let's go over this again, and I'll pause it to give you some feedback here. All right, here's a courier
Picking up
on a
delivery.
bike. Cool.
Delivering with Uber lets you make money on your own schedule. Depending on your city, you can deliver with your car, scooter,
Okay.
bike,
Car, scooter,
even on
bike,
foot.
and on foot. And they feature someone on, what was it, a moped or something? A bike. Was it just a bike the whole time? Okay. So car, scooter, bike, or on foot. I think most of us are using our personal vehicle. It depends, of course, where you're watching this. I think maybe it's different with international markets versus here in the US. But I'm here in the US, so I'm thinking a lot of us are using our personal vehicle. Just consider that, obviously, with wear and tear. I mean, if you want to be super efficient, I would go scooter. I would go scooter or moped if we're talking about the most efficient as far as minimizing your expenses. I mean, ideally, if you can get like a fully electric. But here's the thing. If you're using a scooter, I mean, even so on foot, you have to be just in your metro city center of your marketplace. I'm telling you. And because obviously, I mean, you're not going to take a moped or something that's not capable on the highways. Now, with most all of these apps, they will consider the transportation method that you're using. So they'll consider that when they're sending you order requests. Like they're not going to send you a like a 12-mile run when you're on foot. I got to say something about that. And vehicles really do. The transportation method really does matter. I do not recommend delivering on foot. I think this is probably less than 1% of couriers, but again, this is just my opinion here, but unless you're in the really super dense metro city market and that is it, I wouldn't deliver on foot. And actually, if you didn't know, I've done an on foot delivery shift. It was with Postmates, I believe, but it's the same thing. And it was not fun. And apparently they, again, consider the transportation method. I don't know. I mean, I walked like 30 minutes. It was from a liquor store, I think. And this was in San Diego with good weather, and it was still a huge pain. So I don't recommend on foot. Car is fine. Moped, definitely. Scooter, those are all pretty economical. Obviously, keep in mind your vehicle, miles per gallon, all of that. Let's continue.
Even on foot. When you're ready to deliver, you can go online in the app. It will find an order for pickup near you.
Yeah, near you. We have seen verbiage with Uber support that proximity to the restaurant does matter. What I do like with Uber Eats is you can go offline at any time. That makes it convenient. But then there's always the argument of, well, anyone can do that, so there might be more drivers online. Just consider that. You'll learn as you go with Uber Eats.
Tap to confirm.
Okay,
the restaurant should have the order ready.
It just skimmed through the navigation, but yes, it'll obviously navigate you there. Did you hear what they just said? Can we just rewind that for a second and listen?
The restaurant should have the order ready when you get. The restaurant should have the order ready when you get there.
If you know, you know, but listen to this. If you're new on any food delivery app, they're not always going to have the order ready when you get there. I mean, algorithmically, it's supposed to be timed with the merchant, in this case on Uber Eats. The Uber Eats Merchant Center, I think that's what they call it, that the restaurant uses, they click like basically that it's ready for pickup. Or at least, it's finished basically. And that will assign a courier. So timing wise, it's all supposed to work. It doesn't always work. I would not wait longer than ideally 15 minutes. 15 minutes is like my gray zone. You can cancel, but you don't want to cancel too much. You could be deactivated. 10 minutes is like a normal max wait time. Once you get, again, 15 plus, you might want to use some of those saved, if you will, cancellations. Yeah, it should be ready when you get there, but keyword should.
You can let the staff know you're picking up an order through Uber Eats.
Yep.
It's a good idea to check the app for helpful notes from the business or to see if there are multiple orders to pick up.
Okay. Checking for notes from the business. The only thing that I've used with the business notes that's helped me is like parking. Sometimes when I was driving in San Diego, it's like super dense, some of these areas, even plazas. It'll say, hey, our couriers can park in the back. Just go around or the side of the building. You'll be fine there. So that's helped out. I've also seen that they'll say, hey, our delivery station is the rack to the left, or it's going to be a table with signs on it. So in that case, the notes do help. If you do have a stacked order, it says multiple orders here, your Uber Eats, or again, any app, it's going to say that. So it'll have multiple customer names. So just make sure if you're picking up for 2 different customers that it could be at the same restaurant. So you don't want to just pick up, for customer A and then realize your next customer is at the same location. So just run through the app. You can do that in the parking lot real quick before you go in, just to look over all the details so you're sure.
Before heading out, it's smart to double check names and order numbers.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
That's it. Time to deliver.
Okay, cool. Time to deliver. So let's take a look at how to deliver. Same thing here. So this one is 56 seconds. Let's run through it first, and then I'll have some things I'm sure to say about it.
Once you pick up an order, the app will take you to the delivery customer. Customers get an alert when you're close, so they should be ready when you arrive. You'll see if there's an apartment number or a specific place to meet, including if the customer has requested delivery to their door or if they'll meet you outside. You can also check to see if they've left a note in the app with more delivery information. Have a question? You can contact the customer or restaurant through the app. Need help? There's always Uber support. That's delivering with Uber. Another way you can make money on your own schedule.
Okay. So this is the making the delivery actual process. I feel like there's a good amount more. And this looks like a dated video too with that logo. Uber doesn't even use that logo. But keep in mind, these are the videos that are referenced right now, at the time of filming this video, in the current Uber Eats driver app. So these are the videos that they point us to. Let's do it again. Let's see here. So we're making our delivery. We have the pickup, of course. Let's see what happens here.
Making a delivery. Once you pick up an order, the app will take you to the delivery customer.
Yep.
Customers get an alert when you're close.
Oh, that's it? Okay. With navigation, yes, again, the app's going to take you to the customer. I always put my four ways on, like just as I'm approaching within like 4 houses or 4 buildings or so. So it lets others behind you, obviously know that, hey, I'm going to slow down. I'm looking for an address. Just a little hack there for you. Some apps like Grubhub and DoorDash show you a pin location on the actual building. That helps out a lot. So I had something else to say. I know they mentioned it here in a second. They did say that the customer receives a notification. So I'll tell you this, that not only will they receive notification, but they place an order for food, which obviously means that they're hungry. And chances are they're watching that order pretty closely. Not always, but don't waste any time. So
they should be ready when you
continue.
Arrive.
They should be ready. Yep.
You'll see if there's an apartment number.
That's it?
Or a specific place to meet, including if the customer has requested delivery to their door or if they'll meet you outside.
2 things there. So you'll see if there's an apartment number. Yes, and there's a lot of different strategies when it comes to apartments. So you can obviously look for complex maps. I've delivered to massive apartment complexes when I was driving in San Diego. So that's step number 1. Strategy number 2 when it comes to apartments is I kind of first look for a pattern in the building layout, like especially if I haven't delivered there before. So I'm like, all right, there's building A. And I tell you what, you're going to find out that some of these complexes, it seems like there's no rhyme or reason. I'm telling you this. It'll be like A, C, whatever it is. So it's like A in the front, B in the back, C in the front, D in the back, or it's just A, B, C. Sometimes there's numbers, of course, maybe even on the left, odd on the right. So, there's a lot of different things here. So that's strategy number 2 is trying to identify any pattern so I can park as close as possible. And I just thought of this. Here's another thing. Is sometimes there's a sign, obviously, right? It says units 1,000 to 1,050 over here, 1,050 to whatever, 1,100 over this way. Obviously, again, pay attention to that.
Or a specific place to meet.
Okay. So if we're meeting our customer, yes, there's going to be notes in the app. So look at this example here. I remember actually driving downtown in San Diego when there was no, I'm here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania now. I just kind of reference San Diego because it's so much bigger. So I guess I had more congestion there versus here in Pittsburgh. And I was less familiar with that marketplace. But I mean, look at this example. This is like a downtown, seemingly busy drop off. And I had a, I'll meet you delivery. We'll call it, I'll meet you there kind of delivery. Downtown San Diego, where I really had to pay attention to the notes. It could be a business. Keep that in mind. Sometimes I'll have deliveries at an actual business, like whatever it is, Sam's clothing shop. So they'll say, hey, I'll meet you out front. I'm whatever, in a green shirt. Usually it won't be that specific. It'll just say, hey, I'll meet you out front. Or it'll say deliveries at Sam's clothing business, just to give you a heads up. Because sometimes if it is a business, the numbers are harder to find than, let's say, a residential house. So it could be, don't deliver to the front door. I've had this as well. Sometimes there's kind of a row home where there'll be a tenant in the back. So it'll say deliver to the back apartments, home, whatever they call it. Go up the stairs. They'll give you some instructions there. Okay, reaching out to the customer. yes, it does happen. And calling or texting, I guess it's really up to you, what you're comfortable with and kind of the urgency level. Like, I feel like I'd call more when it's more urgent, texting when it's not as urgent. Also keep in mind, if you can't drop this off in a safe area, you can't make that delivery. It's going to make it really a big pain. You got to find the customer. Like, I couldn't leave it, let's say, on the sidewalk, like where the door is just basically right up to the busy sidewalk downtown. I can't necessarily leave it there, or at least I shouldn't leave it there. That's not really best practice, especially if, let's say, there's like a double door. You'll see that a lot of the times. Maybe there's that one door on the sidewalk and then there's a small lobby. So if for whatever reason I can't get in that first door, because usually you can get into a first door and a second door would be locked, again, you got to call or text the customer. So overall, not bad, but kind of elementary, kind of basic. And I mean, it stands to reason. I mean, delivery itself, pick up and drop off, and you follow the app to do so. That's basically what they're telling us here. So again, not bad, but you need to know more strategies than this if you actually want to maximize your earnings. So I hope this helped. Let me know. Let me know if you got value in this video. Comment down below. Definitely drop a like on this video. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate that. And you can also click or tap screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.